Right, here we go. So I was able to find the airbase again where we landed the other day in South Korea. So basically what I've done is let's put this on. What I've done, oh, flat battery incoming. God, why is everything on? It's weren't like this here. Why have I got no sound? What's going on here? Might have to restart flight. I think we will. I've got sound in the sim, but I've got weird sound coming from the plane. That don't normally happen. Anyway, let's see how we end up now. Oh no. Now I've got no mouse pointer, and I was on it. About enter. Will enter work? Please work. Where is enter? There is enter. God. No, it doesn't work. Right. And I can't press escape. Oh God. Mouse. Nothing's working. Why is it not working? Oh God. I can't even escape out of it. I know what to do. Bet the mouse works now, yeah. But not now. What is going on? Right. So what's happening is the plane is all completely set wrong to how I had it the other day. The live weather's on for some reason. Let's turn that off. Let's get rid of that. But I mean, this is all set wrong. I've never had it set like this. But at least I can hear the buttons now. So I'll take beacon off, strobe off, battery off. Right, everything's off. That's in the right place-ish. That was weird. So let's just check the engine over now. Make sure the hours are right as well. I don't even know where you check that. Right, so at least we're at the same state. God, it almost dropping down a bit. Oh, there we go. Airframe, yeah, engine 1700, yeah, that's right, okay. Right, at least that's alright. Right, let's clean the spark plugs. So that's that done. Oh god. And now the game's crashed. Oh no, it hasn't. Right. Oh god, I didn't mean to press that. I'm going to press shift and I pressed escape. I'm in VR, you see. Right. Where's the joystick apparatus? Here it is. Got it. Okay. What? Didn't even press anything. Right. This is all going really well today. Right, so where are we? If you watched the last video, which 7 of you did, I think. 7? Wow. And they probably didn't watch it till the end. Or the start. I mean, less said about the end. But anyway. We took off from Incheon Airport, which is an airport which is South Korea's main airport. Fuel's already on. Of course it is. So let's give it a bit of that. Took off from Incheon Airport, which is north of South Korea, the northernmost part. And we flew down, and I realised it was going to take ages to get down to the south part of South Korea. It's only about 4 days on a bike, I think. Something like that, about a week. Might be 2 weeks, I can't remember. Anyway, why can't I press OK on those? Oh god. Do you know what, sometimes, just sometimes, this really does go tits up, this simulator. Right, we haven't got any GPSs. For some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, we're about a third of the way down South Korea, and we found this dodgy airbase, which is listed on the flight simulator. That's how I was able to find it again. Just by looking at the other video, the last video I did, which is quite funny because I just read out what the code was on this airport. Alright, we've got no GPSs. Ah, there we have. See, it's just so... I bet we ain't got a flight plan on it though. But at least we've got GPS. No GPS position, that's alright, so we'll see in a minute what we've got. No, we've got no flight plan. Why would we have one of those? Anyway, so that's that done, so we'll be able to find our way with this, just this. I know pretty much the direction I'm going, southeast-ish. So what else? So yeah, so we found this little air base, and it's literally, it's got a runway which we're going to take off from, and we're going to need a bit of flap, I think. No, maybe not. And we need to. So yeah, so I couldn't find it listed on the simulator as a place where I landed again. Because when you take off and land, the simulator remembers it and it tells you on your logbook where you landed. So when you load up the simulator again, you can just choose that airport where you landed and choose that as your departure point, but it wasn't on the list. I think because there's no runway here officially anymore, it's all helicopters, and actually the helicopters do land on the runway over there, but they're not modelled, but they are painted. If you look from above, you can see them painted on the ground because it's all Google Maps, so you can see. So what are we at? 700, yeah, that'll do. Yeah, just literally waiting for that to come up again. Cylinder head temperature. That's the one I go by. As soon as that gets into the green, I fast idle it, get some heat into it. And then, so we're going to fly southeast all the way down to a place called Busan, and that's where you get the ferry. We're going to actually go over further than Busan. Busan's only got a massive international airport. I don't normally like landing, those are like landing at the small airfields. And the smallest one I could find is on an island south of Busan, sort of halfway between Busan and Japan, or South Korea and Japan. So we're going to fly to that if we can find it. We should be able to find it. And if we find the island, the airport's pretty easy to find. It's right down the south, on the south coast of it. So again, look, check the temperatures out. See the yellow are hotter than the green. This is all modelled. So the reason these are cold, so green is colder, and the yellow, and when they go to brown, it's even hotter still. That's what you want, browny colour. So these yellow ones down here, look, they're because they're they're the ones you look out in the front of the plane. They're the ones that are closest to us. These cylinders. These ones are right just behind the propeller, so they're getting all the wash coming off the propeller hitting these cylinders. That's where they're colder. That's how it happens. That's how it works. See? So let's set the compass thing up, whatever that is. 325. Dead on 325. Oh, we're set. We're already set, look. 325. That's good. So what I normally do is I don't take it to about 1000 RPM. Yeah, look, we're already taxiing, so I never take it past 1000 RPM until we're in the green band. But we're taxiing nice, look, so we'll just go down. I mean, you can see how much this airport don't get used anymore. It's just rough as anything. In fact, I think I'm going the wrong way. We've got to turn around and go round t'other way. Or is that the airport? Oh no, that's the runway. I mean, runway's over there. So we're heading towards the sun. Look, we're going down that way, I think. Or hold on a minute. No, we're not heading that way. Look, so we're almost in the green there. Look, nearly there. And temperatures and pressures are coming up. I think we might need a little bit of flaps to take off from here. Not much of a runway. Oh no, we'll be fine. So this is the old runway, and I don't know if you can make out on the floor the paintings of helicopters. Let's have a look. They are, there's even grass growing. It is sort of realistic. They don't mean to do that, but they do it because they just can't be bothered to make an airport here. Microsoft I'm talking about. So we're almost in the green. So yeah, these squares you see on the floor, that's where the helicopters are in real life. Where these little squares are. So I don't think there's much in the way of wind today. Let me just move my microphone a bit. Yeah, so we'll come down here. There's the end of the runway, look. You can see it all overgrown, look. And yeah, I think this is an active airbase now, so wouldn't mind finding that out as it goes. So like I say, there's not much in the way of wind, so we'll just take off, just go back the way we come now and take off, because we're up to temperature now. almost. In fact, we will go back up there, and then by the time we get back up there, we will be up to temperature. The reason I'm so worrying about this engine temperature and stuff and all the rest of it is because we've got 2 bad cylinders in this engine, and I want to keep it. I want to see if I can make it round the world without doing any major repair jobs on the engine, so that's why I'm trying to look after it. So once we get up here, we'll turn around, we'll just give it a fast idle for a minute or two, and we'll be up to temperature, and then we'll be able to go for it. In fact, we're there now, look. Right. Alright, let's get some heat in this engine. So this is the fuel system here. So that means it's drawing in fuel, that thing there. That's the fuel pump. Let's have a look. Yeah, so that's the fuel pump. So the fuel pump's on now, so you don't need the fuel pump on when the engine's running. These are all your numbers, torque numbers, horsepower numbers, RPM and whatever. These are your magnetos. So this is your ignition system. So see where it says both? And then you got right and left and off. If we change it from both to left, look, the right one turns off. Oh, it's because the right one's, I don't know, that's the wrong way around. Or does it mean, oh no, it means we're only running on the left one. So yeah, so that's the left one. So turn it back another way, it means we're only running on the right one. And listen to the misfire now. That's misfiring. So that's why you have 2 ignition systems on a small plane like this. So if one fails, you've already got a backup, you know. So look, so now we're getting up to temperature now, look. We're well in there, look. So let's go. Before we start, oh God. Don't need that. All of that. Just wanted to put that back in there. Right, off we go. So we're at half throttle at the moment, so we'll go about 3/4 of the way up. We don't want to full throttle it, we don't need to full throttle it. This plane's got enough power to get off the ground, no problem. There we go. Just watch that tower on the right, which definitely will not be there in real life. Well, when it was an airport field. Wheels up. I wonder if that's one of the 4 rivers you're supposed to follow on the bike. I see the revs are already right up near the red line, so let's pull the revs back with this. Back to 2,100. We're not climbing high today. See, that road down there might be the bike path that you follow. You follow 4 rivers. Don't know, because we're sort of going the wrong way. We want to be heading over that way. Nice frame rate today. No idea why that is. It was terrible the other day. Oh yeah, maybe that river's going that way we want to go. Right, we're already climbing up too high. So let's get the old trim nose down. Oh look, there's that huge city, look, what we saw the other day. So the river must be going through that city. Anyway, we've got about 200 miles to go, 270, something like that. It won't take that long. About an hour and a half. Just go and look at this town. Wonder what this place is called. Look at that place. It's like James Bond villain house. There's a lot of hills around here, look, but Jesus, they like a block of flats, don't they? In South Korea. They do like a block of flats. So let's have a look at this river. So yeah, I don't know where this is. I will be able to find out though. Football field down there, look. See what it is doing the frame rates. It's just starting to get choppy again now. It's the trees. I wonder if they're on high. Let's just have a check because we don't need them on high. VR graphics. Trees medium. We don't need them on medium. We want them on low. Buildings ultra. Object level of D 150. Let's go to 120. Yeah, that'll do. I reckon that'll give us a bit of frame rateage. Yeah, that's better. So what I've done is actually night time in South Korea at the moment. I've just pulled the time back a couple of hours, so it probably will be dark when we land. So now we're going the right way. Let's have a look, see if we can see on the map of life if we are going the right. Yeah, so Busan is down here. That's not the island. The island's somewhere around here, somewhere a bit further south. So we'll find that when we get down there. We'll find that. There's more flats over there, look. Or high-rise accommodation. So as long as we keep heading on about 150. That's it, 120. 120, 30, 40, 50. As long as we keep heading on to 150, we're on our way. 2100 on the old manifold pressure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the head in. So see that green triangle coming across? I'm moving it with that. So when we get that across, it's about 150, we go autopilot on. It will tell us when it's ready with that blue light. There it is, and then we'll just check HD, heading. Yeah, we've got altitude hold as well. We can do that, can't we? No, do us. Right, we've got twitchy rudder pedals, so let's get rid of that. Stupid joystick. Oh, the autopilot turned off. He's on. Yeah. That's on. Right, that's us. What are we? So 1800 feet up. We're alright. We're on the wrong setting. That's the one we want. Pressure's a bit low. There we go. Right, let's set the mixture. Pull it out until it starts misfiring. There it is. Push it back in a little bit. There you go. Set. And what we need to do now is just watch the airspeed. It could go a bit faster than that as it goes. Let's go to 23. That'll do us. We're going to have to trim down, look. So that's going to start flashing any second now. Means we're going to have to push the trim down, but we do need to get over that mountain. Yeah, that's the real South Korea down there. I can't wait to see it in real life. In RL. They do look a stadium, don't they? Look at that one down there. There's another one there. There we go, this is just starting to flicker on and off now. Oh, look at this place at the top of the mountain. Surely that can't be there in real life. See the little yellow light flickering there? You'll see it come on again, look. There you go. So like I said to you before, as the speed goes up, the autopilot is trying to keep us at the same altitude. So as the speed increases, the autopilot's pushing forward on the stick, so it wants us to trim the aircraft down so it doesn't have to push down on the stick, basically. That's what's happening. So autopilot, altitude hold off, because we're going to hit that mountain. In fact, autopilot off, because I want to see what that place is like. How do you get to that? Wow, look at these mountains. Jesus, didn't know there was some many mountains in South Korea like this. That is a Barry McGuigan, that one, isn't it? Look at it. The size of that. Little airport down there, looks like. Oh no, it's a road. So I mean, there's no wind. I mean, really, it's actually pitch dark now at the moment. It's pitch black. It's like probably about 8 o'clock at night. 8:30, 9. I don't really know what the time is. Oh look, there's something at the top of that one as well. Got to go and have a look at that. Right, so full throttle. let the plane slow down to about 120. That's the optimum climb speed. We ain't going to get to the top of that. Oh, we might. Especially if we give it a little bit of a step. To slow it down to 120. We'll be alright. Yeah, we're alright. We're alright. We're alright. Oh, there's nothing at the top here. I wonder what animals live up here. Spiders and stuff. Probably. I wonder if this is the biggest mountain around here. Let's do a 180, 360, 720. See what's going on. There's a place there, look. There is a place right at the top there, look. Look at that. How'd you get up there? This is it. This is like the highest mountain around the whole damn place. Look at that. I wonder what that place is. Probably like an observatory or something. Looks like we're heading for another mountain there, look. Oh no, we're not. We're supposed to be going over that. That's our direction. So back down to 20, 21. Let's go 23. And why have the revs dropped to 21? Let's go 23. So I always keep these the same, pretty much. 23 and 23 will give us a really fast cruising speed. We're using quite a lot of fuel though, but we got fuel. We got plenty of fuel, and it's simulated fuel as well, so it don't cost us nothing. It just cost us simulated credits. Don't even cost us that. Right, where's these rivers? I think we're too far to the east to see the rivers. Yeah. There's 4 rivers that go down. I think it's called the 4 Rivers Trail that you follow. Go through South Korea. It would be good as well because I don't want to go over any of these mountains. You get annoyed of mountains if you keep riding over them. They're alright at the start, but they wear thin. In the end, they get a bit boring. This is that island. This is that island there. So that's where we're landing. Why don't they put exhausts on planes? Why are they so loud? Even these type of planes are really loud. Just put an exhaust on it. Really calm today. No turbulence whatsoever. Look at that wing, look. It's because really, I'll show you what the show you if I put it on live weather. Look, live weather and live timing is we're supposed to be flying through this. In fact, you know what? Sod it. Let's keep it on live. Should we, or should we not? Nah, let's not. Let's not. Let's have it on. Let's have it on. Unlive. Down there. That'll do us. It's just starting to get dark, look. I've gone a bit too far there, haven't I? If we want to have it back where we were. That's 6 o'clock. Yeah. Oh God. About 6 o'clock. It will be dark when we get down to that island, so we'll have some fun landing there. Mind you, I don't know if it'll be pitch black, but it'll be getting on. Look at that for a road up that hill. Sod that. A lot of mountains. I've mapped out the route on my GPS for the bike, and there's not much hills on it. But bloody hell. Like I say, 4 rivers. Always try and find a river to follow. It works. Bit of this, I think. Come on, there you go. Follow a little green triangle, look. And altitude hold is on. So it's snow. Oh my God. I'm going to be here later in the year than this as well. I'm going to be here in October. Oh, man. Wow. Definitely going to see some sights when I come here. I can't wait to come here. Even though you're in the mountains, look, they've still got farming going on down there. Okay, once we get over that hill, that mountain, I'm going to drop down a bit lower. So let's just drop it down a bit now. I want to see this, see what I've got in store for myself. So I haven't pushed forward on the stick or anything, all I've done was just drop the revs down, like, just half throttle now. We do need to get over that hill, so can't go too far down. It's probably 1,000 feet difference as it goes. 1,000 feet ain't that much in visual height. So all we need to do to level out is just throttle back up to 23 inches of manifold pressure again. And we'll level out, and then I'll just put the autopilot leveler on and say do that. Is that the coast? No, it's not the coast yet, is it? No. So I think we was at 4,700. Something like that. So we're coming up to 3,700 and we're still going to clear this, so I'd say 1,000 feet ain't that much. So we're just starting to throttle up again, look, we've got 2,000. Bring the nose back up a bit, just so we clear this. So back up to 23, say, now, and we will clear it. Back down again, 2,000. Oh, I wonder if that's one of the, I bet that's one of the rivers. See it over there? I'm liking that. Microsoft mountain and hills without trees on them. There's a river the other side of that mountain off in the distance. I think that's one of the ones I'll be following. Don't normally see hills like that with grass and no grass but no trees on them. Jesus, this is high up, isn't it, compared to the yeah, that's got to be one of the rivers I'll be following. Let's get over there. Right, autopilot off. That beep noise is when you idle the throttle. Pull the throttle back. Close the throttle. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that little road down there, look. Snaking up mountain. Reminds me of the road going down into Sofia in Bulgaria, but there's less like fields and farming going on. Yeah, weird looking shaped fields. Sort of facing the same way. Cloudy over there. I don't know if it's raining or not. Don't know. Really want to be heading over that sort of direction towards the compass, but the river's this way. I want to see the river turn south. Here's to Busan. It's got to, if it is definitely one of the ones that I'll be following. Let's go on over here. Gonna have a boo Charles. Airspeed is brilliant. The more airspeed you got, the more you can do. So, the wing made a noise then from the wind. So if you've got a ton of airspeed, you can do stuff like this. Look, see the airspeed, 180 knots. Good. Means we're safe to just bomb it down here and get out the shit the other side. We haven't got the airspeed up. You can't come down here because you cannot climb out of this with not enough airspeed. Airspeed is what you need. There's the river. Right, let's follow that to Busan. This is definitely one of the rivers we'll be following. I know that. Big town. You'll see all the big towns as well on the rivers. There's one over there. So up to 2300 again, cruise power for today. So Busan on the map, Busan is about here, and like I say, there's the island where we're going, and there's a little airport down the bottom corner of it, if that is the island. Pretty sure it is. Ah, it's not going to rain, it's alright. Is that river going the right way? Yeah. Yeah. Let's have a look, see what's going on here. As long as you level it out at about 120, you don't stall. Still not 100% sure about this river. No, we were alright. We're gonna head for that anyway. Yeah, we're alright. There is the river, look over there. Gone right out of the way. I'm into the river, a heart full of stone. You and I together, all on top red. I wonder if that's the river over there. I wonder if it goes like that and then over there, because it looks like there's a river over there. I'm going to follow it though, because I want to see those steep banks. Look. Good camping down there. That's what you want, that's what you need. Just what a man needs. Stone. A bit of stone. Got to check out what wildlife are in these places, you know. You want to be camping next to a river with crocodiles in there. Much better to find a hostel. Look at that road just going down into the sea. Why is it doing that? Nobody knows. Oh, is this it? This ain't it. This ain't it. Nah, but this definitely is the river. What will be following? Might as well straight line. I'm going to turn right and straight line it then. The river goes the long way round. Way long way round. Turn right when we get to that town over there. Definitely the island. There's nowhere else to land. Apart from Busan main airport, which is so boring. I mean, the airport that I'm landing on the island ain't really small. It's about as big as the one we just took off from. It's not like a grass runway or anything. It's a proper one. Yeah, and like I say, it's only a couple of weeks riding from north to south. Let's see what those lights are at the top of that hill. It's probably just a road going up to the top with lampposts. God, that's got some hills on it, that one. Don't think that'd be like that in real life. think some of these, God, some of these countries that ain't been really worked on by Microsoft yet, or Asobo, some of the stuff really looks funny. I mean, the lay of the land is alright, and the buildings are right, and the road networks are right, but Jesus, some of the hills are not right. I suppose that's Busan ahead of us now. When we get over the other side of Busan, we'll climb up to get to this island. Get a bit of speed, we're only going over the sea. Get to about 10,000 would be alright. Yeah, that's Busan, isn't it? So that is where I get the ferry from to go to Japan. It would be a real achievement getting here for me. Just got to get through Central Asia. Oh, just have to get through Central Asia. Get to Darwin, we give the bike a bit of an overhaul, whatever it needs, and away we go. That's got to be, oh, I don't know if that is the ferry port down. I don't know if this is Busan really. Let's climb up and have a look. I mean, that's the sea now, we're heading out to sea anyway, so let's get up in the air, see if we can see the main town of Busan. I don't know if that's it. Looks a bit empty and filled. Oh, that might be the main airport as it goes down there. That might be the runway I'm looking at. Don't know, there's no flashing lights on the end of it. Maybe it's just a road. We shall see. Yeah, it's just a road. Get a bit of speed up. I'm not sure where Busan is. I know Busan's a big place. Might be down there. It might be there. No idea. That might be the other side of those hills. I just don't know. Oh, we've got all the info down here, haven't we? Let's have a look. Well, we're flying over the airport. Didn't see that. Oh, look. There's the runway down there, look. So we are at Busan, because this is the main airport. There's the runway. How did I not see that? Jesus, my eyesight. Okay. There's the airport. So we're this is, I want to head there. Right. Oh, it's got to be the island over there, look. Just poke her head out the window. It's a bit cold. I wonder which one Busan Tower is. Yeah, there's the airport. This is Japan. Right, just get to that island, get landed. When we get to 10,000, I'm just going to turn around and just have one last look at South Korea. South Korea late in the evening. Do it now. So if we do it by the autopilot, it'll be a nice steady turn. Already see some lights on that island over there, so yeah. Busan's big. So I'm glad to say that I can actually see the airport now. It's a big place. It is a big place, isn't it? Into the night we go. Down there, I reckon. Oh, there's that light I can see. See it there? Some sort of town on that island. Coming up on 9,000. Get to 10,000 and then we'd hold it there. It gets 10,000 pretty quick on this plane. So when we get to about 8,000, so I haven't got the altitude hold on. We get to about 8,000, I'll start just trimming those down a bit, because if you just press autopilot, automatic altitude engage, it just does a big up and down, up and down, up and down, because it's trying to get to where you wanted it to go. It's like 500 feet a minute climb now, so that's better. And the plane will start speeding up again, because we're not going uphill so much now. So we're getting there now. So drop the nose down on the trim thingy there. There we go. Just held it at about 9,080 feet. For 9,990 feet, rather. Right, so that's just got to 10,000 now, so I'm going to reset that off and on again. That'll keep us at 10,000. We're at full power now. We're at 2,100 inches, so bring it back to 2,300. We're happy days. In fact, we'll bring it down back to 2,100. That'll do us. Turn this off there, that need done. Wherever the button is for that. Where are you? God. Really glad I turned that on. God, yeah. The bloody button for that thing. Here it is. I don't want that on. Don't need it on anyway. We'll be able to see what we're doing. Right, so we're sort of heading, yeah. The airport is sort of around here, but I don't know why it's not showing up. I don't want to have to fly back to Busan. Might have to if we can't find the airport. We'll see. Should be alright because there's a little radar thing. In fact, when we get to this island, it might, instead of going back to Busan, I'm just going to carry on to Japan. I think the island's about halfway there anyway. Yeah. This is Japan. This is Hiroshima, and Nagasaki's down there somewhere. I'm sure there'll be an airport along there somewhere. But there is an airport on that island, we'll find it. Oh, I know why it's not showing up, because we're using the wrong one. I just saw two. There's two there, look. So they're not showing up on this. There's three, so they're helicopter pads. So when we get closer, that one will show up down the bottom corner of the island. Don't know what this island is, we'll find out when we land. So it's properly dark now. What's the temperature? Is that about 10 degrees? It's alright. That's up here. It's probably going to be about 20 down on the ground. Yeah. There's the airport. Wants us to trim down a bit. Just praying there's some runway lights, because sometimes there ain't. is that the runway down there? I can see flashing lights down there. I think that might be it. See that green flashing light down there? Way in front of us down there. I've got a feeling that could be the airfield. Right, let's turn the autopilot off anyway, don't need that. I think that's us. Yeah, that's it. That's got to be it. I think I can even see the red lights at the end of the runways. And it's not flashing because it's just the pixels showing up. It is flashing regular, so there's a green flashing light there. Yeah, that's the airport. That's good, thank God for that. A nice easy landing. So the plan is, I'm going to leave April, head down to Bulgaria, which I've done, then get a flight, no, get a bus to Istanbul because I've ridden it. I'm not riding all of it again. And then flight to Kazakhstan from Istanbul and carry on. Ride from there. So I want to be in ideally I want to be in here in the middle of October, November time. Get to Japan. That's Japan over there. See the lights. Get to Japan for November. Called into Togo. Go and see Togo. Go and see Mount Fuji and the racetracks and stuff like that, and do my thing. But then I've got a 4-month window to get from Japan down to Darwin, Australia, because I don't want to be well, I want to be in Australia in April, so I might have to sit around. But we'll see. Got a mate who lives in Vietnam, go and see him. Yeah, we'll be alright. Do a big tour of Japan, I think. And I can just ride slow, sort of like 40 or 50 miles a day. Just take it easy. Australia's where the fun begins. Don't know if you can see the flashing light down there. Right in front of me there. Right there. Or there. Depending on which window the VR's being projected onto the mirror. But that's the airport right in front of me now. The flashing green light, that's on the top of the control tower. I hope. Yeah, it is. There's no wind really, is there? Let's have a look on this. Mm, 9 knots going that way, so we'll we'll land on the other runway coming towards us. How do I get rid of this? Yeah, that's the runway. So we're going to land on the runway coming from left to right. It's still not dark yet. There's the Mon. Right, just resetting my joystick. It just twitches on the rudder axis. I should turn the rudder axis off really and just have it on the other controller I've got. It just jumps around. I just need to take it apart, the joystick room, clean it out. Yeah, it'll be alright now. I thought the airport was right on the bottom. Maybe that's not the right airport. No, I don't think it is. No, it's not. I'm going to go down to... I think there's another one down here. Let's have a look. Ah, sod it, we'll land that one. Doesn't matter where it is. Japan tomorrow. If we fly tomorrow, that is. just drop down, we're at idle. That's what that noise is. Get down to about 2,000 and turn around, just make sure we can see the land, because it's really hard to judge your height when you're flying over the sea. Just looking straight out there, look. Just turning to slow it down a bit. Probably have to do a couple of circles to drop a couple of 1,000 feet here. Yeah, one more. So I don't know if you noticed there was 4 white lights on the side, on the left hand side of the runway, where it just looks like a line of lights. So they're right angles to the runway, just 4 lights out. So what I'm aiming for is 2 red and 2 white. Right, let's just move out a little bit later, further out as well. What I'm after is 2 red lights and 2 white lights. If I get 2 red and 2 white, in fact I'll try and start off high up, so all 4 of them are white, and I'll slowly drop down. So they come on and start going red. Once you get 2 red and 2 white, that means you're on the right glide path. You're on the right angle to hit the runway. So we're already right, we're already spot on. Because I can see the 2 red and 2 white. So now it's just gone to 1 red and 3 white. See on the left of the runway side there. Alright, let's get some. Oh, the wheels are coming down and the flaps are coming down as well. Alright. So I've only got 1 red light now, let's see it. And now there's 4 white lights, so we're too high. So we've got to drop down. And if I could see the landing light switches, I'd turn them on. I can't be bothered. I can't see them. So look, we've got 4 whites just on the left hand side of the runway, about a third of the way up. Soon, now we're dropping down, one of them's gone red, look. So wheels are down, flaps are down, there's 2 red lights, so we just want to aim for those red lights really, that far up the runway, I suppose. But we don't want 3 red lights coming on because that means we're too low. There's 3, look, we're too low. So just build the engine up a little, there we go, 2 red lights. There's 3 again, look, we're too low. We're going to be too low now for the rest of the glide path, but that's alright. That's alright. And we are down. Right, let's look for some buildings. I know where they are. See some lights up ahead there on the left. Yeah, I think that's where we're going. Yeah, I can see some planes over there. There should be a little taxiway coming up. We could just drive across the grass if we can't see it, because I can't see it. Oh, there it is. I missed it. Go. There we go. And we'll dump it over there next to that one on the left. Where are the landing lights? There they are. So I wish I'd have seen them. I'd be able to see where I was going. Anyway. Let's have a bit of that as it goes. We'll shut everything down then. Right, so handbrake on. That's that. Everything's in. Prop. Should have sped that up, but it doesn't matter. Mixture in, we should have put that in as well. Don't laugh, Glenn. Gears off. Alright. That's it, ready for engine off. What's that? Alright, that's us. Avionics off. Light off. And battery off. And we get a little torch so we can see what we're doing. Right. Whatever island we're on. Let's go have a look, see what island we're on. Ah. Oh God. Alright, let's see what we could do. Could change that to that now. And then go there, and then give it some of that, and some of that. Right, and flight. This will take us back to the map, show you where we went. So, that's where we are. And that is not the airport I was looking for. It was, oh maybe it was, yeah it was. Oh, good job we didn't come down here to look at the other airport, because these are just helipads. That's just where you fly from in a boat plane thing. That's a helipad. So yeah, that is the only runway. Tsushima. That's where we are. Tsushima. Oh wow. I wonder if this is Japanese. Sounds Japanese, doesn't it? Okinoshima. No. And there's another one there. Oh, well, maybe those are the lights we saw. Maybe, I don't know. Probably is. Maybe that. Anyway, look. So I'll show you where we've flown. I'll show you where we've flown. It was about a month ago now. We flew from Denham. There's Heathrow. I wish there weren't no clouds on this stupid map. Can't see anything. Right, let's have a look. There's Heathrow, so that's got to be Norfolk. There's Norfolk, that's where I grew up. Not at that airbase, but so I wouldn't want to take off from that airbase because it's too big. I like small ones. So the only one near us is Denham. So where's the airfield? There's Denham area. There's Denham. So took off from Denham. Oh god. You can't see nothing on the map because of the weather. Okay, so we headed east. There's the east coast of England. Headed to Rotterdam, which is up here somewhere. There's Ostend. Dunkirk, Calais, Dunkirk, so Rotterdam's up here somewhere. There's Rotterdam. Headed south. So flew from there, there's the edge of England, look. There's Dover, down here somewhere. So flew across there, didn't go there. Flew down the River Rhine again, all the way down to here somewhere. And then we got to Innsbruck, which is, I don't know, not one of them, something up here, I don't know, somewhere around there, Innsbruck. And then we flew east down to Belgrade. So this is what I'm doing, so I'm riding this still. I'm going to ride this again because there's a really good route across here I want to do. So I'm going to ride that. Get to Belgrade and get a bus from Belgrade down to Istanbul. That is not Istanbul. What's going on there? Or is it Istanbul? There's Istanbul. Ataturk. That's oh no, Ankara. That's the capital of Turkey. So I don't want to do this. I'll die. I'll get hit by a lorry. There's too many tunnels. Turkey's just one big massive hills and mountains, and people on bikes die going through the tunnels along there. There's some big ones, a couple of kilometres along tunnel. Anyway, so I'm going to get a flight from there to here, and we all know where this is, Aktau, Kazakhstan. So here's the thing, right? So I want to head down to this area. The road goes from here and doesn't go that way, it goes this way, up there and then down again. Now that is as big as Europe, that route. Well, from there to there is as big as, you can see how big it is. But, so from there to there is not as big as from there to there. So then I flew from there to, well, I'm going to fly from there, I'm not going to follow the Himalayas. I wish I could ride that, you can't, you just can't. So I'm going to fly from Kazakhstan, miss out China because they're bonkers, and get to there. So that's what we've just done the last few days. We landed there, so I'm going to ride the 4 river route, so it goes all the way down from there down to Busan. So this is Busan. I don't know what happened to Busan Tower. Where is it? It was there, look. So we flew across that airport. That was that airport that I didn't know where it was, and then we came down here. I think we sort of went across there. But I wanted to see Busan Tower. Oh no, it's a right old gaff. Yeah. Anyway, so we've flown out to sea a bit and we've landed there. So next flight will be Nagasaki, and where's Hiroshima? I think Hiroshima's up here somewhere. Is it further in? There it is. So we'll go across here. I think that's where the ferry lands, somewhere around here. I think it's there. Want to go and see Nagasaki, so that's on the route anyway, look. Sorry. We want to go down there. And then we're going to go across it, go and see Hiroshima. And then Togo lives down here somewhere, I think. Yeah, this is where Togo lives. So we're going to go and see Togo. I can't remember where Mount Fuji is. Is it somewhere? I think it's on the way. It might be, but then we'll just do a tour. We'll go up here. We'll go and see all this. Wait, even go up there. Don't know, got time. Anyway, that's it for today, boysies. Another exciting flight done. And then, once we've done Japan, I might see about doing all this. Taiwan and all that. That's Taiwan. I don't think I'll do Taiwan, so probably just fly from Tokyo down here somewhere. No, down here somewhere. No. That's Paying. That's. I think that's Singapore, is it? I think that's Singapore. In fact, I know it is. Yeah, this is where Seb and Gary Ho live here. I don't think this is Singapore. This is still Thailand, I think. But this is Singapore. Tiny little island type place. So I've got to ride all of this. So this is, yeah, this is Thailand. So there's Bangkok. So I might ride all of this. I think that's Vietnam and Laos. Yeah, Hanoi. There's Hanoi. So this is all Vietnam and stuff like that. So I could ride this because I've got time. I'd love to be able to ride all down these islands. You can get, you know, there's all these islands that you can get to. But I don't know if you can jump on millions of ferries getting, you know, jumping from island to island to island. Don't really want to go to Taiwan on account of China giving it a big, because by the time, you know, sod's law, the way these rides have gone, if I ride all these islands and get, you know, little ferry boats and get all the rest of it down here, when I get to here, that's when China will invade, because that's what this ride does to the world. It fucks it. So we just want to make sure we steer clear of that. So I probably won't do that. So down here, Hanoi, get into Thailand. Might even do that coast road. I don't know. But I've got time. I've got a lot of time to do this. I've got 3 months or whatever it is, 3 or 4 months to ride around here and fart about and get down to here. When we get down to here, we're not riding this. This is shit. I might ride, I don't know, but it is shit. I'll see if I can get a flight from there to, I don't want to get a flight from there to there, because that, I can't remember what that's called. What's the name of that town? I don't even know, I can't even remember the name of the country. Indonesia? Can't remember. But yeah, I do want to give that a miss. Oh, that's it, Jakarta. That's not Jakarta, is it? What is the name of that place? Oh, it is Jakarta. Look, I can see it. Yeah, this is cycling hell down here. So no. So all I want to do is get a flight from there down to Darwin, there, and then ride this. So this is 4,000 miles, about across there to there, and then I'll get down to Brisbane, which is down there. No, it's up there. Look. So there's Gold Coast. That's where Uwe lives, Uwe Jacobson. So we're going to go and see him, and Ben's down here somewhere as well. Go and see Bathurst, and then yeah. So this, I can't do this until May. This is the problem. April is a rainy season, massive humidity, crocodiles as big as your knob, and bad things happening. So you've got to wait until the winter time to do this. And then down here, and then New Zealand, go and see Josh Smith if I can. And then flight back over to here, San Francisco, go and see Jason Shad, up to Seattle, go and see Portland Track, I want to see that, and then up to Seattle, go and see a couple of dudes there, Joey Atterbury I think is one of them, and then in we go. I want to go to Wyoming, which is somewhere, well, I don't know, God knows where it is, it's not there is it, it's probably somewhere around here. And then maybe Chicago, Michael DeTurk, I think, around that area. Then go and sit there, iRacing somewhere, and then we fly back, and then we think, ah, fuck it, we've done it.